Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on another CSRF lab in PortSwigger's Web Security Academy. This time it is a CSRF where the token is tied to a non-session cookie. In the lab's email change functionality, but they aren't fully integrated in site session handling. So, interesting. Change the victim's email address. We have 2 accounts to work with. Perfect. Sounds good. Let's check it out. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I would appreciate that. So there's a cookie. CRS is tied to a non-session cookie. Okay. So there's a non-session cookie. Let's go here to my account. Let's log on with Wiener Peter. And we'll change it new at email.com. Remember, this is our target. Let's go to proxy, HTTP history. Let's look at this. Okay. So we do have this session token, CSRF key, and a CSRF token. So let's send this to repeater, which, there we go. Send it so we have a baseline. And then, so this is tied to this. If we change this, it should not work. Invalid. Okay. And if we change this, it should not work. Because these two have to be derived from the same. And it gets... So I'm just kind of talking out loud, going through, where does it get that? It gets it from the login page is where that is applied. We need to somehow affect this CSRF key and change it to something we know, right? Because if we look at the CSRF diagram, this one doesn't apply. CSRF token in the form only. It's this one, token in the cookie. So we need to be able to set the victim's cookie to a known CSRF value. So the question is, how do we do that? No functionality here. Let's log out and look for stuff here. So let's search blah, and I'm going to take this and send last search term. Interesting. Look at this. Last search term, blah. So I wonder if we can... I was going to send it to engagement tool. No, I want to active scan this. But this is interesting. If we can inject in this, we can add another cookie, right? Let's send this to repeater also and see if that works. So blah, semicolon. Yep, that looks like it'll work. So what we need is, we need to know what it looks like when there's 2. If we go here, we don't have set, we don't have one where it issues both same time, do we? No, but if we do a search, get this page without, so send a repeater without a session or a CSRF, without any cookies, this should give us an idea of what Perfect. So it has to be on another line. Okay. So if we do search single colon, and then we need to URL encode the percent, the carriage return. So let's go to decoder, and we want semicolon, and then return set cookie. Where am I? Repeater. We want Csrf key, right? Csrf key with the value. Whoops. Decoder. So I'm going to paste that there. And then we can set it to anything we want, right? So if we set it to blah, and then encode as URL, I want smart. It's like %OA or something like that. So let me go to repeater and paste that here, and then highlight to here and do Control U. Nope. What was, I'm gonna have to look it up. P Chrome. I'm gonna go to ASCII table, and this is the one. I'm gonna look for carriage return in line feet, right? Carriage return, the HTML, we want URL, which is hex, so 0C, and here's the 0A, 0C. Nope, 0A, 0D. And we probably want a carriage return line feet. We probably want it 0D, 0A. Okay, so let's try this, Control U, and then I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna put %0D, %0A, set cookie, blah, and I'm gonna remove this, space it. I think that is right. So let's search that. Hey, look at that. Oh, we need a dash. Damn it. Set dash. And I don't think this needs to be URL encoded. It does not. That looks fine to me. So we need to get the victim to get this page, get this URL. That will set a Csrf key, and then with a known Csrf key, we will know the Csrf token. That's my bet. The way we can test that is we need the get to, not the search. Let's go to here, my account, Wiener, Peter. What I want to make sure of is if we put in the same Csrf key, we get the same Csrf token back. So right now you can see the value starts with 7Y. Let's send this to repeater, and we're going to change this to blah, send. The value is NY. So let's send blah 1. Value changed. Let's go back to blah and send that. Hopefully we get NY, right? And we don't. Okay. But if we generate, so if we set the Csrf key and we generate the CSRF value on our own and then replace both on the victim, maybe that'll work. So we want this one, the post. So let's see if we set the CSRF key to blah, which it is already, and set the value to this. Hopefully this works. Oh, the session token is not right. Damn it. Let's change this. Invalid CSRF token. Get my account. Send this to repeater. All right. So we've got values for all of this. Let's log in. I got to think about this for just a second. So we have a valid session token. We have a CSRF key, and now we've got a CSRF value. If we log in as, so let's log out and log in as Carlos Montoya. Carlos Montoya. Boom. Proxy. This is the response from Carlos's, right? He's got a different CSRF key and CSRF value. So now if we go to the post where we change an email, I think we already have one here in repeater. That's a get, that's a get, that's a get, this one. And we change the session token, the CSRF key, and the CSRF value, all from Carlos. That should work. No, CSRF key, we change it to something we get from we inject using this. So this one is freaking, I'm confusing myself here. So this one is Wiener logged in. Well, not logged in, without a session. This one is Wiener. So let's take this session, copy it, and I'm just going to paste it here just to see if we get a valid response. We get replaced. This gets replaced. This gets replaced. So this session is not active anymore. You know, let's just do it in code. I think I know what I want to do. What is this called? Token tied to non-session cookie. Vim token tied to non-session cookie. All right, let's start with what we did last time, which was token tied to user session. Let's do this, start with this. And then just like last time, I'll kind of lay out what we want to do. We want to log in as Wiener. That's correct. We want to get the CSRF token and get CSRF key. Once we get these two values, then we're going to submit the payload to exploit. The payload will No, first, yeah, the payload's got to do a search, include search with the Csrf key header to set Csrf key token. So once we have the Csrf key token, it'll be the same as what we got here, and we'll replace Csrf token with what we got here. Hope that makes sense. So let's get started. Csrf key will be Csrf key equals resp dot cookies dot get Csrf key, which I'm pretty sure that is what it's called. Let me go to one that I didn't modify. Yeah, it looks like this, Csrf key. Okay. Now that we've got that, let's go down to here and comment all of this out. We'll log.info f found Csrf key Csrf key. Let's run that, make sure it works. So we need Python token tied to no session cookie. Is that really what's its name? To none. I'm gonna leave it for now, but I'll change it in just a second. So I want this, copy this here. I'm making sure that login cookie Csrf token. Does the login not have a logout? Did I do something wrong? Resp. Where did we messed up? Csrf token. So we messed up right here. That leads me to believe that when we got the login page, there was no Csrf token. Come on. What's going on here? Let's go to proxy. We want get login. No, it's right there. Why weren't you able to find it? So let's look at this get/login. It's right there. Name. Oh, look, no quotes. And value, no quotes. Well, that's lame, because our pattern, oh, it's right here. Okay, we can just do delete this, and this. Okay, let's print resp.text. Am I not running the right token tied to no session? Let me just close this one for now. Why isn't this print running? Getting login page. Oh, because it's failing within here. Damn it. So we need to do in here we need to be able to handle right here. So if not M, we'll do it again. And this is going to handle it when there's no quotes. So we'll take this and this and this and this out. Because that's what we saw here. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Invalid. Attempting to log in. Found Csrf token. It didn't. What's wrong with this? Name. So I want here to print somewhere here. Let's try right here. Print resp.text. Name Csrf value. Why doesn't this one find it? Print M1. Oh, gosh dang it, in line 34. We got past this one, it looks like. Let me freaking comment all of this out. Sorry, I am not doing a very good job here. Let's make sure we get found Csrf token, but it's not logging it. Here's our print resp. Login. Print resp. It should be found Csrf token right here. Let's print M. Oh, you know what? Because M1 is not none. Oh, it doesn't know where to stop. It's got to be that. We need this here, which is that. Goodness gracious. There we go. Yes. All right. Sorry for that. We don't need this anymore. This looks good. Okay. We need this. Start. Okay. This is resp login. Found. So this Csrf token is the change email. We got the cookie. We may need to modify this one too. Yep, it looks like we do. So we'll print resp text here. Print resp.text. And see if this one needs also the caret. We don't. Attempting to log in. Dang it. So in our attempting to log in, where's our attempting to log in? Right here. Line 34. We're still erroring on line 34. Why doesn't it print from line 27? Does the login not... Oh, this is the print. So our login is not working. Let's look at our post. Invalid Csrf token. Because it doesn't have the Csrf key. It's got to be that. Man. Login. So let's test if there's a Csrf key here. If there is, we'll use it. If there's not, of course, we won't use it. So we get the response from the get login page, which should set, let's do it right here. Check for Csrf key token. If resp dot cookies dot get Csrf key print Csrf key exists. Let's just try that to make sure my assumptions are correct. Yep, sure does. Okay, so if Csrf key, then Csrf key equals resp dot cookies dot get Csrf key. We'll set it, and then we'll do right here cookies equals Csrf key and then here we'll set cookies equals none. So it has a default value. We change the default if this key exists, and then we need to use that. Right, oh, we already have cookies right here. So instead of just setting session, we can do like this. Equals session token. And then we'll provide, that should work. Lots of issues to work on. Found Csrf key, none. I don't know where this is from, but we successfully logged in. Sweet. All right. We've got the login. Why is this now none? Oh, because the response from the login doesn't have the set. So let's return resp and cookies. In a tuple, and then we'll here resp cookies equals there. We don't need this. Get Csrf key, which we should have in cookies. Cookies.get, that should work. Okay, we got the Csrf key, perfect. And Csrf token, we're gonna get that now. Make sure that works. That does not. What was the last request? So get my account, Csrf key, has 2 sessions. What the crap? Is one of these misspelled or something? Why is there 2? Resp login. This is coming from the Resp login, right? So session. We need to right here is where it will get assigned. None. If resp.cookies.get session, and then we want session token equals resp.cookies.get session cookies. We don't want to do this reset it here. We want to do the same that we did below. Join this. Like that. And when we want the same thing here, change word to session. Change word to session token. This is getting the CSRF value. We don't need this and this because we already have it. Yeah, that looks better to me. And we need to delete this and this. We don't need these ifs. Really. We could just do cookies equals an empty dictionary and then make cookie CSRF key equals resp dot cookies dot get CSRF key. This will return. Get should be safe even if it doesn't exist. So that kills that one, and we need this one. What the crap? Resp.cookies.get session, and that kills this one. You know, sorry. It would be even better if I didn't put this on 2 lines. Key equals, and then session equals, and then freaking here, I want this. I want this to the end. And I want to delete this, add a comma, and then here I want this to the end. And let's add a comma also. Okay. Now it's even better. Oh, not equals, but colon. Okay, let me turn off the highlights. Uh-oh, Beast is awake. Hopefully he'll settle quickly down. Found CSRF token. That is empty. Let's see. I'm going to have to probably close my door. But we still got 2 session tokens. Hold on 1 second while I close my door. Okay, so that'll at least muffle him. So why do we have 2 session tokens? We get the login. We don't have any. We receive IBX and CSRF cookie. So we post and then we get another cookie. And this one is still correct. IBX. So once we've logged in, if we receive a new cookie, we need to replace the one we have. All right. Now that all of this stuff works, I'm gonna delete it. If response, so here's where we get the response right here. So if we can do, yeah, if resp dot cookies dot get session, then we want to overwrite, so cookies session will equal resp dot cookies dot get session. Okay. Then we're returning everything just how it's supposed to be here. Should be here. Is that right? And then when we get my account, it's attaching it. Where do we get my account in the... We post, oh, it's because of the redirect. Let's do... Should we redirect? Yeah, we need that. Our code kind of depends on that. Okay. Now, let's tackle why we don't have a CSRF token. This is in the response, so we can print this, print resp.text. Oh, and it's got to be this. In fact, pretty sure. Dang it, come on. What are you doing? Okay, cool. So we have the CSRF token. We have all the pieces we need now. And so we need to do this right here. Submit payload to exploit includes a search with CSRF key. So we need to first do the image. We need to do the search, right, to set the CSRF key. And we know how to do that because we've done that here. This one. Copy. I'm just going to paste that here. We need to do the search, and then we need, and I don't know if we can, if the same, does that matter? We need the same user with this cookie set to do this exploit. So I think what we should do is maybe set timeout on the script. Okay. First, we need to set up the image. This can be an image. Oh, we can do right here. We can't do location, but we can. So how do we do that? I think we can just do an image source equals blog.base URL. Let's try this. And we'll send it to ourselves. So let's let's put it in Python so that we can print it out and try it ourselves. We need the, what do we call this? We're calling it the set cookie URL equals f blog.base URL. We want search and then equals. We want the Csrf key. We want basically from this 3b. We can do this whole thing. So blah 3b set cookie Csrf k 3d, which is equal. And then here we need to set it equal to the Csrf key that we collected here. Okay, so let's print set URL and delete this. We will comment all of this. This one's a challenging one. I don't know if I'm doing it the best, but it's a good challenge anyway. So let's copy address, go here, paste it. Let's see what happens. We want proxy get search Csrf key. Dang, that looks like it worked. Now, can we do that from an image? So, I think we can, right? Let's just try it. Let's assume we can, and then we'll take steps if we can't. So we're assuming that that Csrf key gets set here. We want image source set cookie URL. Boom. We'll do that first, and then we'll do a set timeout here. Set timeout. I can't remember. And let's do expect console set time out. Boom. We want what we want to run and then the time. So we want to run document.form0.submit. Let's try that. Submit, comma, 5,000 for 5 seconds. Came back right away. I don't know if that's right. It looks like it worked. Type equals submit. Let's try it. I don't know what exactly the error was. Submit called on an object that does not implement interface HTML form element. That's why, because in this one it's a button and not. Let's go to my account. login, Wiener Peter, inspect. I don't know. This looks similar. Maybe is because this one's a post and the other one's a get. Let's assume that's what it is. So timeout, we'll do this, and oh, we need to remove this, right? And then we'll give it 2 seconds. All right, what the heck? Looks like it could work. Did we change everything we needed? Yes. Yeah. I think we got everything we needed. Ah, dang it. Let's look at what we did wrong. So let's go to the exploit server, and we will look at view access logs. This is it. Here's the get exploit. We don't know. Let's try to view it ourselves. So let's go back here and we'll view exploit. Inspect console. Document.forms0 is undefined. What the heck? View page source. Oh, look at this. We didn't end this. We have, looks like we, that is the image source. Dang it. You guys probably saw that already. Man, it would have been awesome had we solved it that first time. After making so many changes and so many assumptions. Still don't have it. Okay. So let's go back to the exploit server. Make sure this is now updated. That looks right. So let's view exploit. Submit, same error that we got before. Submit called on object does not implement interface. So I wonder what document.forms HTML collection. So it is that. Forms 0. It is the form that we want. Submit called on an object that does not implement. Forms0.submit. Do we need the set timeout? What if we didn't have this? So let's go. Let's do document.forms0.submit like this and commented this one out, which we should be able to do in JavaScript with the 2 forward slashes. Let's send it so that our exploit server gets updated and then we'll check it out. go to exploit server. Let's make sure this got updated. It did. View exploit. Oh, dang it. We're close. Invalid CSRF token. So what happened? We did submit CSRF key, CSRF here. And is that the same values we got here? So found CSRF key of BG. No. Why is that? Oh, it's because we didn't go through the full exploit. Dang it. Okay. Let's try this. We'll do function submit. Let's call it my submit equals document.forms 0.submit. That's all it does. And then here, we're going to delete this line. We are going to call my submit. Give it 2 seconds. What the heck? Oh, we need double there. So damn close. Yes! Awesome, we got it. So it must have been an issue with the set timeout, and I was worried that that's what was doing it, but we did get it, so pretty awesome. Let's get the banner, and then we'll walk through what happened and what we did. Boom, there's the solve. So we had kind of a lot of issues. This is a kind of longer video, but number one, the freaking HTML did not include double quotes around the value for name and the value for the CSRF token in both the login and the change email forms. So we had to troubleshoot that and rework a lot of stuff in our login method to handle those situations. I think we did end up making it a little better, including adding cookies and returning, the cookies from this method. Once we got that fixed, then we logged in with our account. We grabbed the CSRF key so that we kept it, knew what it was, and then grabbed the CSRF value from the change email. Then we wanted to make the user have the same, so the same CSRF key and same CSRF value when they submitted the change email. We found that we could inject into the cookie field on the search box. And so we injected another set cookie line with the value of CSRF key, and we set it to the value we collected before. Once that was done, we set up our payload to first do an image source with the URL that sets the cookie. This caused the browser to run that get, and the in response, the cookie was set. Once that was done, we told them to submit a form with the value of the CSRF token set. So this and the CSRF key had to be tied together They had to be the same. And then we told them to submit after 2 seconds. Once that was done, we got the solve. Sweet. All right, this one was a fun one. Lots of stuff to it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.